The old folks around here still talk about it. They speak in hushed tones, their faces grim, the tale of Mike and Sarah, a young couple madly in love. They vanished into the Blackridge Forest one crisp autumn weekend and were never seen again. Some say they got lost. Others whisper of darker forces at play, forces that claim unsuspecting souls venturing too far into the woods. This is their story, a story whispered on the wind, a chilling reminder of the mysteries that lurk just beyond the light. Blackridge Forest has always held an eerie allure. Towering pines stand like silent sentinels, their branches clawing at the sky. Sunlight struggles to penetrate the dense canopy, casting long, dancing shadows on the forest floor. Locals will tell you of strange lights seen flickering amongst the trees at night, unexplained sounds that chill the blood, whispers of ancient rituals and forgotten tragedies. Mike and Sarah, oblivious to the forest's sinister reputation, were drawn to its wild beauty. They were experienced hikers, eager to escape the city and lose themselves in nature's embrace. They never imagined the darkness that awaited them. Their first day on the trail was idyllic. Sunlight dappled through the leaves as they hiked, their laughter echoing through the silent woods. They stopped for lunch by a crystal-clear stream, the air alive with birdsong. It was as they were packing up to leave that they noticed it. A faint trail barely visible branching off the main path. Curiosity piqued, they decided to investigate. The trail led them deeper into the woods, the air growing heavy with an unnatural silence. The once vibrant forest seemed to darken, the trees closing in around them. They stumbled upon a clearing, a sense of dread settling over them. There, amidst the trees, lay a ransacked campsite. The campsite was a scene of chaos. A backpack lay ripped open, its contents scattered. A half-eaten meal lay abandoned on a fallen log. The air was thick with an unsettling stillness. No sign of the campers. Mike and Sarah exchanged uneasy glances. Where had they gone? Had something happened to them? The wind picked up, rustling the leaves and sending shivers down their spines. Whispers seemed to dance on the breeze, carrying with them a sense of unease. They decided to search the area, hoping to find some clue, some indication of what had transpired. Each fallen branch, each rustle of leaves sent their hearts racing. They were no longer alone in the woods. They could feel it. As dusk approached, casting long, ominous shadows across the forest floor, they stumbled upon a clearing. In the center stood a dilapidated cabin, its wooden walls blackened with age. The windows were boarded up, and the front door hung precariously from its hinges. An overwhelming sense of foreboding washed over them. The whispers on the wind seemed to intensify, urging them closer. They cautiously approached the cabin, their senses on high alert. Mike tried the doorknob. It crumbled in his hand, and the door creaked open with a groan. The interior was dark and dusty, the air thick with the smell of decay. A single window, partially boarded up, allowed a sliver of light to penetrate the gloom, illuminating dust motes dancing in the stagnant air. As their eyes adjusted to the dimness, they began to make out the shapes of furniture. A table and chairs lay overturned in the center of the room. Cobwebs draped everything like macabre decorations. On the far wall, they noticed something that sent a chill down their spines. A bookshelf, its shelves sagging under the weight of countless photo albums. Drawn to them, they crossed the room, their footsteps echoing in the silence. The albums were filled with photographs, hundreds of them, all in black and white, all depicting the same thing: people. Families, couples, individuals, all smiling happily for the camera. But there was something unsettling about their smiles, something hollow and cold. As they continued to flip through the albums, a growing sense of unease settled over them. It was as if they were being watched. The hairs on the back of their necks stood on end. Suddenly, a floorboard creaked behind them. They whirled around, hearts pounding, but there was nothing there. The cabin was silent, save for the sound of their own ragged breathing. They decided to leave, to get out of the cabin and back to the safety of the main trail. But as they turned to go, the single window slammed shut with a deafening bang. They froze, their blood turning to ice. They were trapped. Panic surged through them. They raced for the door, their hearts pounding in their chests, but it wouldn't budge. It was as if an unseen hand was holding it shut. Mike threw his shoulder against the door again and again, but it wouldn't give. They were trapped. Then they heard it. A low growl, guttural and menacing, coming from the far corner of the cabin. Their eyes darted to the source of the sound. The shadows seemed to writhe and twist, taking on a life of their own. They were no longer alone in the cabin. Something was with them. Mike and Sarah never spoke of what they saw that night. They never told a soul about the terror that gripped them in the darkness. They fled the cabin, racing blindly through the forest, their screams swallowed by the night. They emerged from the woods, battered, bruised, and forever changed. The authorities searched for the cabin, for any sign of what had happened, but found nothing. The forest held its secrets close. Mike and Sarah returned to their lives, but the experience left an indelible mark on their souls. They never went camping again, the memory of that night forever haunting their dreams. The Black Ridge Forest still stands, a silent sentinel guarding its secrets. Hikers still venture into its depths, drawn by its beauty and allure. But those who know the story of Mike and Sarah tread carefully, their eyes constantly scanning the trees, for they know that some mysteries are best left unsolved. Have you ever had a similar experience? Have you ever felt the presence of something unseen, something sinister lurking just beyond the veil of reality? Share your stories in the comments below. Let us delve into the darkness together.